Hi, this is Michelle Wallace.
And this is Erica Blaire.
And this is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast.
Welcome to Black Smoke Barbecue. We are a collaborative group that focuses on different aspects of barbecue from Pitmasters from all across North America. Barbecue is a culture, and we discuss topics, ideas, and the methods of it on the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. Our mission is to spotlight those lesser-known content creators in backyard barbecue, catering, food truck operations, as well as the African-American experience in modern-day barbecue. Sit back, relax, listen, and enjoy the show.
The Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast is brought to you by Harder Charcoal, where quality meets taste. Get yours today at hardercharcoal.com and use the promo code BLACKSMOKE to save.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon from BKC Cooks. And today, y'all, we have two very special guests with us. They are Black Smoke family and alumni here on the podcast, but we got a whole bunch of new stuff happening. We need to catch up with our people. But first, I got to introduce y'all to our resident poet, T from T-Dub Barbecue. T, what's going on, man?
Man, nothing much, man. How you?
Man, I'm good. Look, for all you who are watching, we're already having a real good time, y'all. This gonna be one for the books. But T and I just got back from Country Style. If y'all don't know about Country Style Cook-Off, it is one of the largest, if not the largest, black barbecue competition in the U.S. And it is like the biggest family reunion backyard barbecue shindig you could ever imagine. I always describe it as black barbecue heaven. And we had an amazing time, as always. T, what's your take on Country Style 2025, bro?
Man, it was dope, especially us being judges for the first time. That was a very dope experience, man. Like, I don't know, man. It was refreshing. We were running around a lot, but I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel exhausted. So it was a lot of fun, man. We got to see some of our people we hadn't seen in a while. Some of them we hadn't seen since Country Style. So that was always good to chop it up.
For sure, man, for sure. And like you, bro, I didn't feel tired, but I did feel full. We judged brisket this year, y'all. And and there was 50 competitors.
Wow.
But not everybody turned in brisket. So what do we do about
11, I think.
11?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah. And so I won't be eating barbecue for a while.
So you buy salad.
Seafood it is.
That's right. That's right.
Seafood it is.
Quinoa.
So y'all, this is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast, where barbecue is not just the code we live by, it's the culture we embody. And listen, y'all, make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube to the Black Smoke Barbecue YouTube channel. And for y'all who don't know, boogie on over to Patreon. Yeah, we got a Patreon, y'all. Get over there, get your membership, get a lot of exclusive stuff, and you get access to our other show, Black Smoke After Dark.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we get a little ignorant over there.
Get a
y'all.
little smoky fun, huh?
Yeah, we do a little something over there.
This is Brandon and T-Dub in the chill, quiet storm.
Quiet storm.
Quiet.
All I'm saying is I grease up from time to time over there on Black Smoke After Dark, so you never know what's going to happen.
Is that beef tallow grease?
Of course. All natural. Smoke right here at home.
You know what? I am curious to see if tallow would be good for like laying down edges. I mean, it works for elbows, it works for ankles and heels and crusty toes. But will it work for the edges?
Will it work?
I
don't know.
I think that
Move
body
over.
heat just going. I think that body heat just gonna run grease down into your eyes.
Yeah.
You're gonna smell great, but I don't think it's gonna hold.
Nah.
Oh, I can't wait to try it now.
Oh my gosh, my cheeks are already hurting.
Like I told y'all, this is gonna be one. So look, we do have to introduce our guests, y'all, and these are two fantastic pitmasters and ladies that I'm sure y'all already know. We're gonna give y'all a quick intro. First up, we have a lady who is a Houston-based chef and pitmaster. She's a former executive chef at Gatlin's Barbecue in Houston, and she's the founder of the Between Sandwich Company, where she does pop-ups all over the place down there in Houston. And those sandwiches are amazing. And for y'all who don't know, she got the best damn biscuits on the planet. I'm just going to put it out there. If you haven't had them, too bad, because I have, and they are amazing.
I haven't.
Well, you missing out, T. You need to come on. I keep telling you.
He needs to sell them, and then we can give them out to the masses.
I know.
agree.
Me and Erica have been working on this the last 3 years, and we are getting close. Every day is one step closer to actually putting them in a larger production to sell to the people.
I love it. So now she has also competed on Food Network's Barbecue Brawl and Top Chef Season 21, where she came in the top 6, and she was voted the fan favorite. So that means she won. That's what we calling it. She won. Notedly, she won 2022 James Beard Foundation Tasty 20 Chef, y'all. If y'all don't know what James Beard Awards are all about, that is like the EGOTs of the culinary world.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that is, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
Google it.
Google it. Like, come on with it. And she has a bunch of other accolades. Way too many to list here, y'all. But more than anything, she cool as hell. She's a friend to Black Smoke Barbecue, y'all.
Absolutely.
This is Chef Michelle Wallace.
Thank you for having me back. I love to key with y'all, so I'm ready to have some fun. So thank you for having me back, and thank you for the awesome intro.
Of course. And look, I didn't even have to make anything up, Michelle.
Yeah,
it's
you
all
didn't even
true.
have to. Thank you.
And then next up is our sister and friend and Michelle's partner in crime, who needs no introduction, but we're going to do it anyway. She is, okay, y'all, let me stretch out here. She is a pitmaster, award-winning pitmaster. She's an attorney. She is a certified sommelier.
Yes.
And she's the creator of Blue Smoke Blaire, which is a barbecue lifestyle brand. She's a champion of Barbecue Brawl Season 2. She is a competition-winning pitmaster and the host of the Pit Stop with Blue Smoke Blaire. She's also the owner of the Hot Mess Ranch, where I was getting chased by her chickens and horses. But no, she raises horses and chickens, and she also hosts some amazing barbecue gatherings with all of her friends and associates. And she also runs the Blue Smoke Blaire Barbecue Academy, which I had the opportunity to help out at, and we had a fantastic time. She's also known for her award-winning rubs, sauces, and content. Everybody loves to watch Erica and all her hijinks all over social media. And if you know Erica, it just makes it all the more funny because that's just who Erica is. I think she's probably the only person I know who's sillier than me, and that's saying a lot. And I'm sure you've seen her all over the place because every time I look, she's somewhere else, but she's all over Good Morning America and all these other morning shows. Y'all, our friend and sister, Erica Blaire, better known as Blue Smoke Blaire. What's going on, sis?
I'm so happy to be here. It feels like a family reunion. I love y'all. And
it is.
So
we love having y'all here, man. We are so glad to have y'all back. It's been too long.
It has been.
Like, we have to do an every year thing, and then all of a sudden life happens, and then we're like, oh my gosh, 2 years has gone by. Like, what the heck has happened?
I'm telling you. But yeah, we can't let that happen any longer.
No, I can't do that again.
Absolutely not. But yeah, so it's been a minute, y'all, like we said. So let's catch up. What's new with y'all? What kind of exciting stuff y'all got going on?
I think Michelle has the excitement this time. Michelle's killing it. She is absolutely killing it in just like, not just barbecue. She is a crossover star, and she is letting the world know as a woman, as a chef, as a barbecue baddie, like, she is slowly taking over the world. I truly believe that. And you know it when you get excited to see every day somebody doing something new and just breaking those barriers and proving people wrong. And that's Michelle, man.
She's amazing. Thank you, sis. Hey, listen, my publicist Erica will be, available for all bookings. Reach out to bluesmokeblaire.com and, we'll get there.
No, it's so funny because we'll go out to eat or something, and we're usually at the bar because it's, two of us and we're not trying to hog up a table. And like, I can see it in Michelle's eyes. As soon as somebody sits down, as soon as they like say hi to us or something, I'm like, let me introduce you to my friend Michelle.
She's like that mom when you have the family gathering and she like, they'll go and do that dance. Go and do that. That's her. That's her to me every time. And I'm like, yeah.
See Michelle trying to hide and I'm like, don't you go anywhere. Put some respect on that name.
It's so funny because we are both just shelling out each other's accolades especially when somebody recognizes either of us. It's so awesome, but it's just like, no, let me tell you how cool she is.
Although I had the worst thing happen because usually I'm like, people don't recognize me. So I'm in a hotel room. I think I'm in North Carolina. I order room service. I am looking like two hot messes hit by a zebra. I open the door for room service and the guy is like, oh my God, me and my wife watch your show. I love you so much. And I'm sitting there, greasy faced, hair sticking up all over my head. And I'm like,
no. Why this moment, right?
That's too funny. Yeah, that happens to me literally every time I'm in the airport and I'm just like thinking I'm incognito. I have on a hat and I'm like, oh my God, are you Michelle? I'm like, I don't want to take a picture. Can we get a picture? Like, dang.
Well, some
got no eyeliner, no lip gloss, no nothing.
Some dude caught me up in Sam's Club with my mama and my kid, and it was just like supposed to be a quick run. And I had to tell him, I was like, look, I'll take a photo. Please do not post that.
Yeah, personal consumption only, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
no, we have, it feels like I have a lot going on and sometimes nothing at all, but I do have my pop-ups. I'm regularly at the farmers markets here in Houston, at Rice Village, sometimes Heights Mercantile, popping up all over the city. Just have to stay connected with my socials and you'll see I'll do a lot of special pop-ups any and everywhere almost. But I like to think that my barbecue is a lot different than most. I have a lot of good grounded Texas training. Working with the Gatlin's family definitely instilled a lot of the kind of, the basic, right? The structure of what barbecue is. And then I just like to think that my creativity and personality when it comes to food is just kind of applied to my style. I call my barbecue like very different. Like, I did a whole cake and smoked pork belly for one of my dishes. And it's just, people are like, wait, I thought you do barbecue. I'm like, I do. I just apply the smoke in different ways. And I think that is its own lane. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here in Houston. I think later on in the year, I have a lot of events coming up. I think I'm back in Birmingham with Southern Living. I'm at Jazz Fest in Austin. Erica, the one that I helped you with, they reached out to me. A few more that are not firmed up. And so,
Make sure you bring all your own stuff.
Yes. A few more things that are not firmed up, but they'll be on the docket at some point.
Nice. Nice. I want to touch on, you were talking about your socials and the pop-ups you do.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I love to see is when you go live, when you're doing a pop-up.
Oh.
See, I be watching, sis. I don't be fronting. I'll be checking you out. But the reason I say that is because you're working.
Yeah.
And, you have a lot of people who get a little notoriety, get a little, little name for themselves or something. And they start doing that Homer Simpson thing. They start fading back into the bushes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're in it. Like, you're on the line. You're doing your thing. Every time I see you, you're working.
I am very, I'm territorial. Like, this is my dish. I don't want anybody to touch it. I have to break myself a little bit of that because I'm going to need the help to be able to continue to grow. But I I take everything like serious, right? It has to have the right amount of last touches. It has to have the right amount of placement on the plate. Like how it looks matters to me when a customer receives it, like all of that. I'm so anal, and it is very hard to give it up because this is my baby. I've dreamt of this dish.
Yeah.
I've R&D'd it. And so it matters to me. It matters. I want people to know that like I love cooking, and as much as I'm getting into this media space and I want that to be a thing as well, and it's growing and I'm doing a lot more. I love it. You know, there's never going to be a dish. Even when I'm like cooking, I was just in New Jersey and they're like, we have this whole team. And I'm like, wait, but I need to do this. And they're all capable. I mean, these are capable people, right? And I'm like, no, I need this. I'll just give me 2 hours with an empty kitchen. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I said,
you know,
sesame seeds per.
Right. Exactly. I know, and so anal with just what my dishes, and plus I love it. I zone in, and I just am in this space that just gives me so much just satisfaction that I can't. It's hard to let someone else have it.
I've literally watched her. We will be in a kitchen. We will be laughing, goofing off. And then when all of a sudden, like she has this internal clock and she knows instinctively, like it's showtime, and she will just turn on a dime, and all of a sudden, like, chef comes out, and I mean, she has everything exact, and she is like knocking out like 50 amuse-bouche all in like a 3-minute, and they look like you spent hours on them, and like it is fascinating to watch because like you see her brain go into that artist, like that real artist level, and you're just like, you're taken aback because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm watching something right now that's happening, that's developing right in front of me. And it is beautiful. It is cool. So if you ever get the chance to like be in the kitchen with her, it is amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love to hear
Speaking of being in the kitchen, I saw that you did a Juneteenth breakfast celebration, but you weren't able to post any pictures. Probably speaks to your work ethic. What all did you cook for that event?
Oh, we did a brisket biscuit. And then I made like this coffee barbecue sauce. It's a whole breakfast thing. And then I did these, have you ever seen like these steamed eggs, like a Japanese style steamed eggs?
Yeah.
So I do a version of that where we kind of steam it in the oven. And so you can do the steamed egg biscuit sandwich too. I smoked some chicken sausage. I smoked some Creole sausage as well, some Frenchie's Creole sausage. For that, I did a smoked salmon loin and did a smoked salmon plate. And then, I did these tostadas with, I smoked like all the onions and jalapenos. It was supposed to be a vegetarian dish. But I still wanted a bit of smoky element to it. And I smoked all the veggies that went into the refried beans. And then also I did a ranchero sauce. So it's like a smoky, tomatoey ranchero sauce that I did with it. And that was the fourth dish. And then I fried an egg on it. It was delicious.
You see her trying not to smile. You see
it was easy. It was simple.
Yeah.
You know, just rattled off like 9,000 ingredients.
Hey, now I'm hungry.
But A to D has killed me. You know it tasted good too. You know it did.
I know it was good by the way she listed it.
Yeah.
Once she started with that steamed egg, and that's what I was like, here we go.
You know,
I love
just
it.
a little something.
A little something.
Something.
If you haven't, going into the alcohol realm, her brisket salt on a mezcal margarita or a Bloody Mary will knock you off your socks. Like, it's amazing.
It's amazing on a Bloody Mary. I'll have to get you guys some for sure. Okay. I need to make a new batch, but yeah. This smoked brisket sauce all became because I overcooked a bunch of brisket. And I was like, it's too much to throw away. And I'm like, what if I just like really dehydrate it, right? And so I put some, and it was only the lean portion, as we know, that is the first part that, you know, dries out a little bit. And so I just dried it out even further till it was really just dry, almost kind of like a freeze dried texture. Blended that down, mixed it in some good kosher salt. And then I served, the very first time that I ever did it, I served it on popcorn as a welcome treat.
Wow.
Stop it.
Wow.
And then I was like, yo, this is delicious. Like, how did I come up with this? I did this? And so I've been making it literally ever since. And so now I've had it on, it's really great on eggs. It's really like, if you think it's really great on pasta, think of like a pasta carbonara and sprinkle it on that. It's really great on pasta. Like Erica said, you think of like a Bloody Mary. It's great on the rim. It just adds that extra smokiness to it. It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
It is like special. The one you do, whatever you've done, just the way you cook the brisket, it is special because it's not just like you're getting like a salt bomb. You're getting a symphony around.
Yeah.
Or like an umami bomb. Huh?
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
It's really great on that popcorn because then you could pop the kernels in beef tallow, some of the tallow that you smoke, and then you finish it with brisket salt. It is just like this pop. It's amazing.
I'll be down there to get me a quart of that.
Let me book my flight.
Now he's in striking distance now.
Right.
Have you thought about taking that to market?
Yeah, I have. I've had a few conversations with how to produce it, and so it's kind of in that stage.
I hope it all pans out because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, me too.
It's amazing.
Now, Erica, what's new with you today? Because, like I said, every 3 days I look, you jump from Dubai to Japan. Like, I was shocked and amazed when you jumped up on here. You were in your living room. I'm like, hey, she's at home.
When I was texting y'all, I was like hiding out in a Starbucks parking lot, and I was like waiting for these people to leave so I could get back into my house. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm not even going to be able to shower or anything. And I just came out from mowing the pasture. Like, this is just going to be a hot mess. But we were good.
We're good.
But no, everything has been great here, doing lots of touring and just really trying to spread barbecue love and get my last thing that I've been doing was helping to get women that just aren't familiar with grills, aren't familiar with barbecue, just making them really, really comfortable and letting them know, like, you can do this. And so I always start out, I tell them, I'm like, the reason that we're standing here is because there were pitmasters in our ancestry that learned how to use fire and smoke and heat with meat in order to keep us alive so that we could be here today. So it's all in your DNA. Everybody got pitmaster in their DNA.
That's right.
I love that. I love that.
It's just overriding your head and your fears. And I tell them, I'm like, okay, look at this grill and then go look at any stove USA. There are more knobs, buttons, controls on a stove than there are on a grill. So if you can control 4 burners and sometimes a double oven, and you can do all that and still be running around with the kids and messing with the dogs, you can definitely master a grill. Like, you got this. Yeah. So I think that really just is starting to move with people. We've noticed a lot more women are purchasing grills, pellet grills, or even if it's just, a simple charcoal or gas, and they're really starting to get outside and cook. And that's just like my wish. And this last event that I did, there were so many of my sisters out there. And that's something that's been very new, to just showing up and seeing so many women of color out there and being like, teach us, show us what to do. And it just made me feel like, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And if I can just even give one person one experience so that then they'll go home and just even try it, even if they don't continue, just to know that they can if they could or they needed to. That's really where I'm at and what I'm trying to do. And then over on the personal side, y'all know that I'm trying to move to a bigger ranch. And I'm going to be getting into the cattle industry. So there's going to be some blue smoke beef coming up.
Okay.
I love it.
So I'm super excited about all of that and just really trying to get into the teaching side and trying to actually get a lot of us into this.
Yes.
Men and women, but just start getting our families back into this so that we can keep our legacy going and demand that, we don't want a seat at the table. We are the table. So right. I'm just really, really excited about that. And I think that we can do it. So just one smile at a time, one laugh and one steak, and we got this.
Yeah. I love to hear it. So let me ask you, how do we get more sisters specifically into the craft?
Yeah, it really is an outreach thing. Because a lot of times, you know, we're all social media, all of us on here are really good at social media, and it's an algorithm thing. And if they're not looking or searching for barbecue or anything culinary, then they're never going to be exposed to it. So it really is reaching out to people that even aren't in our field and just being like, hey, you know, I really liked what you did on this post and I love it. And I love to see what you're doing. Do you cook? Do you like barbecue? Blah, blah, blah. If, you know, maybe they're like, I was talking to this one girl, she does, she's a homesteader. And she's building her own area. And I just asked her, I mean, she had nothing to do with cooking, but I just asked her, I was like, how are you eating out there? What are you cooking on? What are you doing? And that opened like this whole conversation. And now she's hit me up being like, okay, I just got a grill. What kind of charcoal and everything? It was something simple like that because everybody got to eat. So all of us here, we have like, we are the Visa card. We are accepted everywhere because we are food people. So all we got to do is start a conversation with anyone about food and we can steer it to barbecue and then like spark that curiosity in them and hopefully get them to then be like, you know what? I like these people. They're cool. I'm going to show up or I'm just going to like go to one of their events or see what they're doing and take it from there. That's all we want. All we need is the interest. And then, you know, all of us could take it from there from anybody who's curious.
That's a great approach. I'm going to have to start doing that.
Yeah, me too. One of the things I want to do is kind of like create some videos or something showing people how to actually grill, just the basics. Because I get asked that all the time, and you'd be surprised how many people don't actually know the basics. And I guess we kind of take it for granted because that's what we do. But I love your approach of just reaching out and asking questions. So I'm definitely going to start doing that.
And like have them proud. What do you like to cook or what do you like to eat? What's your favorite food? And if they do make something, they're going to tell you and you just be like, you know what? I'm going to try to make your favorite recipe, but I'm going to do it on a grill. But I want you to help me. Let's do this together and let's walk through it. You tell me the ingredients and you tell me how you did it or mama did it. And I'm going to see if I can try and recreate it. I mean, it's just little things like that because you're creating a moment with that person that they won't forget and they feel appreciated because they understand that you actually care about them and what they're doing. And that's really what barbecue is supposed to be. It was like the time where we would all finally sit together, you know, stop our work, stop whatever's going on and like check in with each other. So you can't forget that and all the beauty of, oh, what's the newest rib trend or, you know, how shiny or glazy are my ribs? You can't forget like what the actual purpose of the barbecue was for us. And that was to check in with everybody.
You know, that brings me to something I thought about. KJ from Black Food Fridays, he put up a question asking about the cookout. It seems like a lot of people aren't having cookouts anymore. Do you all see that as a thing? I personally just think that since COVID, everyone kind of just started doing their own thing at home, but I was just wondering you guys' opinion on that.
I think even prior to COVID, I think that the cookout as we know it, I'm in my 40s. So, you know, I've had my fair share of actual like real family cookout or your friends cookouts. And, you know, it's just turning up. They were already few and far in between. And then since COVID, I think it's gotten even less. But yeah, like I miss that good, wholesome, I don't know how clean yours are or how we define clean, but clean fun with food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just genuinely just be people who enjoy being around each other. And then those just turn into stories being told, dances, you know, you dancing with friends and family, you're creating new friends, you're meeting new people and creating this community, right? So like after everyone, the community gets larger because someone brings someone else, right? And so I think it is different. I think we cook out, if we want to use it in that way, I think we cook out differently now. Our cookouts become dining outs and we try to have the same effect, I feel like, in a lot of those instances. But you can't recreate a backyard moment, you know?
No, there's nothing like it. And for anybody who's never had the pleasure of going to one, which I think in our culture, that's going to be a really small number. But
that means nobody liked you.
Yeah, and it's probably for a good reason. But yeah, it's just, man, it's just home.
Yeah.
No matter whose house it's at, or if y'all all went to the neighborhood park or whatever, when you're there aren't any problems. It's all love, it's all fun, and you're gonna hear the old folks talking a bunch of mess, saying a bunch of cuss words.
Yeah.
Your drunk uncle up there dancing, got no business dancing. Like, it's just you can't beat it. And yeah, I do think we need more of that.
Yeah. I mean,
know-
there's just, even beyond just the actual eating and all, there's so much being learned in that moment. There's etiquette. There's, your granny would, here's a prayer cloth, baby. You came underdressed.
Yes.
This is how you need to be. There's just so many lessons to be learned, in those moments. If once we kind of retrospectively look at it and think about it, right? It might have been annoying in the moment, but yeah, we missed the cookouts. We should have a cookout, Erica.
We need to do it. We definitely need to do it. It's just so hot right now. I was outside today and I thought about it. I was like, I could just lay down and die.
Yeah, it's terrible out there today. It's terrible out there today.
Our cookouts in Houston need to happen in like January. October, November, December, January, February. Not a summer cookout. We need to reinvent it for the winter.
I couldn't agree more. We had a lot of fun before we actually started rolling on here today. And when the two of y'all get together, all
you see is teeth and cheeks. That's it.
Yeah, and a bunch of shoulders jumping, right? And so I have a 2-part question for you. First one is, exactly how did y'all meet for the first time?
Take this one.
Yes.
So we were going through our testing for Barbecue Brawl on Food Network. And so we were both in Austin and we were like waiting in line to get our noses swabbed or something. Mm-hmm. And so I just saw her, and I'm an energy person. Like, I know right off the bat, like, if your energy is right. And so she hadn't even, I think she just smiled at me or something. She was being polite. She wasn't trying to actually be friends or anything. And she was just waiting for her nose swab. And I was just she smiled at me, and I was I felt like I knew this girl my whole life. And I just it was light shined behind her, like the last dragon. She had the glow. And I was I have got to know who this girl is. I want to be her friend. So we were talking, and she said where she was from and everything like that, and where she was a chef at. And then after that, I didn't see her again because she got cast on the subsequent season. Mm-hmm. So we didn't get to be on the same show together. And I was just where'd she go? Have you seen her? So then I think I started reaching out to her, and then she was just so amazing. And she was everything that I thought that she was going to be. And then when I got down to Houston, I was just hanging out with her when she was working, running up in the restaurant, barreling through her kitchen to just hang out with her. And she just proved to be 100% an amazing, genuine woman. And I was just this is a unicorn in this industry, and I will protect her at all costs.
And literally, she has ever since we've gotten to know each other.
And I lie to her to get her to come over. I tell her we're going to drink margaritas, and then I'm like, oh, but let's do farm chores first.
Right. I'm scraping up horse poop for margaritas.
She had to go in and remove the chickens from the coop, and they were biting her hands, and she was a trooper about it.
Oh, badass Winston got her.
Oh, man, she'll drive 2 hours just to come to my house. I mean, that's just, and if she has an event and I'm in town, I will come down. I will drive all the way down into Houston, cussing the whole drive down. I will rent a hotel room if I'm going to drink. And just, because that's what you do. You show up for people that are phenomenal and are special and deserve all the blessings that they should get. And, you also want to make sure that if I need to be, the defensive line or the O line and bump some folks off, that are trying to stand and block her blessings, like, I'm gonna do that for her, because like she deserves the world and she truly has worked her butt off to get it.
Listen, everything she said is true. She has literally been my offensive line blocker. She's like, nope, you're doing this. Don't do that. Say this, do this. Let me tell you about these people. I was just when we first met, she was a ball of just energy, as you guys already know. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl is a whirlwind and she's cool. But like, I was just so like green with being in the space of filming this show. I've never had anything like this before. And she's just like coming at you. And so I was like, okay. By the time she made it to Houston, I swear it was just like an old friend. Like we had been knowing each other forever. So thanks to Barbecue Brawl and Food Network, because that's where we first met. And we've been rocking ever since. That's my sister. There are times where, we don't speak or see each other for a month on end, but it's just like picking up where we left off. Like it never stops. We always are in touch in some form or fashion.
Usually we're sending each other like 1,000 Instagram reels to convey emotion or to gossip about people.
Yeah,
that's a true friend.
Yeah,
that's
what real friends do.
Exactly.
I'll send her an eyeball emoji to let her know incoming gossip. Like,
Appreciate Erica so much, because I think I am older than her. She acts like the older sister and mom. She has guided me through this space where I've been timid or I've just been, just uncertain and unsure. And, it's nothing like having a bestie that just will gas you up in all the right ways. And it just be honest and true and just genuine. And she's been that so much for me. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not doing it enough for her. Like, and she's like, I don't need you. Like, I got this.
It's like Michelle, show up with a ski mask at 8 o'clock to this address. No questions asked. She's like, I'm already here.
On the way.
I'm in the bushes. Tell me what to do, sis.
Now, of course, in this business or any industry for that matter, it is hard to find a true friend.
Yeah.
So what would you tell folks about valuing the power of a friendship like what y'all have dealing in this business that we're in?
It has to be real. It has to be real. Like, there's a bunch of friendships in this business that are not friendships. They're business alliances. And like and I got burned a lot when I first started, where, because I take people at face value, I think like that they're good people. But then I find out like the friendship wasn't genuine. They were just keeping tabs on me to see what I had or what I was getting or who I was talking to. So then like if they wanted it, they could go take it. And I grew up, I grew up very religious. I grew up in Ohio in like a very religious community and stuff. But one of the things that we were taught was, what's for you shall not pass you. No matter what happens, if it's for you, it shall not pass you. And growing up like that and seeing that that's actually true, and realizing that things like being competitive, like you should be competitive with yourself. You should be trying to be the best you. But the moment that you think that you have to destroy another person, or the moment that you are jealous of another person, those are issues with you. It's not that other person. And so it's like, it's just a distraction. So to find people that are actually like, no, I want to see you succeed too, and I want to help you. And this is what I'm trying to do. Can you help me? And then at the same time, let's try to open a path for other Black women, because, we're like one of 5, we're like Will Smith in that movie. I'll be reporting live down here at the dock if anybody's out there. So to know that you can like hold somebody else's hand, your sister, and be like, let's do this together and let's just like slay. And it's an amazing feeling. But you do have to go through like the bad people that are not your sisters, that are not rocking for you, that only want to be good to you if you're failing or they perceive that. You have to go through those. So when you do find like that diamond, you treasure it and you nurture it and you value it. So I think that was like everything that I've learned for friendship in, an industry that is so competitive, is just like being able to really honestly have the gift of discernment and seeing like who's actually worthy of your time and who's worthy of your thoughts and your love, and for you to be a cheerleader for them, and who do you just need to keep as like a business acquaintance, because not everybody coming to you saying, "What's up, sis? What's up, brother?" That's not always real. So you have to have that internal gift of discernment to actually watch people's actions and not just their words.
Yes, it's always trusting your gut, right? It's trusting that internal thing that, it will always sound, you just have to listen to it if something isn't right or someone isn't right. And, thankfully I've never, ever gotten a feeling from Erica in that manner. And, we all know, when we come across people or things that will just sound those alarms. And so make sure we're listening to that internal thing.
And like if you just watch the way people are with other people, that reflects how they are with you. So if you just sit, like I take it, I live on a farm, so, and I grew up in the country, and I will like, who's the most fearsome predator? It's a hawk. But they're not out there like beating their chest. They're sitting in silence on a perch somewhere looking down, just observing. And that is the superpower that anybody could have. And if you just like sit in neutral for a minute before you jump to make a decision, if you sit in neutral and you really just observe it, you won't be led wrong in a business deal. You won't be led wrong in a friendship, because you will actually gather everything you need to know in order to make the right choice when it comes to your career in barbecue or your friendships or anything like that.
I love it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to pay a few bills. And for y'all who are watching, don't just sit back and watch these ads. Get out there and order something. Like, quit playing games. Our sponsors take care of us. Y'all get out there and take care of them. We'll be right back.
We like you to meet Sweet Charlene, the barbecue seasoning created from family bonds that is low in sodium but high in flavor. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned pitmaster. Level up your barbecue game with this dry rub that has amazing taste and great color. Go to EddieWrightBarbecue.com right now and order your choice between the 6-ounce shaker bottle, the 16-ounce bag, or my favorite, the 32-ounce bag, and start rubbing your beef, pork, and poultry the right way.
A revolutionary new grill brush is here, designed to eliminate the dangers associated with traditional wire bristle brushes. Meet the Boyer brush, which will make cleaning fast, easy, and safe. The rust-proof stainless steel spring bristles are designed to withstand failure and last for many years. The Boyer brush is crafted with a heavy-duty, all-metal design that is dishwasher safe. Cleaning your grill with the Boyer brush, while hot, will provide effective cleaning without bristle loss danger. With a long handle for two-handed pressure that provides rapid cleaning that's easy and safe, it's time to say goodbye to the dangers of traditional grill brushes and hello to the last grill brush you will ever buy. Get yours now at BoyerBrush.com.
All right, y'all, we're back. T, go ahead, brother.
Michelle, how did Top Chef impact your approach to branding and storytelling through food?
It really just taught me to be fearless, and not that I wasn't before, but just like really in a way that, on Top Chef, when you presented a plate, right, it was it's what you done. And, in life and in this industry, and especially in barbecue, and especially where I came from a family owned business, right, where it was their voice. It was much of their voice. And it really just was like, okay, Michelle, you know what you're doing. This is what you're doing. Use your creativity and just kind of just stand tall and be proud. It really just kind of solidified me and my voice. And it was incredible. Like, it was such a tough and challenging show to be a part of. It's a tough competition. Everybody is operating at a super high level. And it really, really just taught you to rely on your skill set, your knowledge, and to be just to be fearless with it. And so if that is the one thing. You know, there were many things, but that is the main thing.
Nice. So Erica, you transitioned from competitor to educator and judge. What was the internal shift that led you there?
My back was hurting. I was tired of cooking. I wish I had something more eloquent.
It's something profound to say.
It's the truth. Like, you know, I would do like 20 events a year as a cook, as a competitor, and it would just be me and my mama as the pit crew, you know, loading up the grills, you know, hooking up the trailers. My trailer would get stuck in a mudslide and I would have to like wrap a rope around my waist to be like pulling it out of the mud and hooking it back up to, you know, my truck. And so I was like, I did that. And then I started winning and I kept winning. Once I finally figured out what competition barbecue was and I figured out like it's a formula and it's, you know, an actual science. And when I actually started getting success and winning, then it got to the point where I was like, okay, so did that. Now what's the next challenge? Like, what can you do next? What's going to challenge you? You could stay here and keep doing this and doing the same old thing over and over again, or you can like try and do something that's different. Try and do something that you haven't done before. And like, what do you really want out of this? You know, I never thought that I would ever win anything because I didn't have a culinary background. I was literally my first barbecue. I put it together myself and I had like a whole bag of screws left over. And and then, you know, I set a bonfire and almost burnt down the tree next, next to my house. And so it was like a struggle. So I never had any inklings that I would actually master all that. So I thought that would take me forever. And then when I ended up getting over that hump and I actually realized what I was doing, then I was like, oh no, I peaked too soon. What am I going to do now? Like, I'm still young. I'm still in my 30s. Uh-oh. And it really was one of those things like, well, challenge yourself in other ways because you know that like there's so many other things that are barbecue adjacent that you can be doing. And, you know, like usually once a year, I'll go and I'll cook at like a big competition just to like still flex on folks to let them know I still got it. And, you know, if I hear chatter, you know, I'll hear chatter, you know, and I came up against a lot of stuff, you know, like, oh, she just won because of the way she looks, or, oh, she was like, they gave her a pass and stuff like that. So, and that really did like mess with my head because then I was like, well, you know, I didn't think I was that special already. And then like to then be like, oh no, maybe this is true. So then I just really went out there hard on the competition barbecue circuit where I knew the judging was anonymous. So nobody could take it away from me. And I was like, and if I crash and burn, then okay, maybe those people were right. Maybe it was my face or my personality that made me win. But when I started whooping ASS in barbecue competitions, I was like, no, it's me. I got this. And so doing
She
that
means ass, y'all.
So it's like after doing that for years, then it's like, are you doing that for vanity if you keep doing it, or are you still trying to push yourself and your personal goals? And so getting onto the other side of it and saving my back, it was just like, okay, this is great. So let's try and see if we can actually make something out of this. And then there's like a position of power kind of, because when you move over and you transition to the other side of barbecue and culinary, you can start looking out for other people and trying to give other people a shot because now you have the ears of the decision makers and you're not just, you know, a competitor. Now you're in the meeting rooms and there's people that have not been seen that are extremely talented. And you now have a platform where you can be like, hey, that's really great. You know, you can go with the same old people, but have you seen this person and what they're doing? Let me pull up their Instagram real quick and just show you what they're doing. You want to bring this person here because I think they're awesome. And because you have that competition background, like you have street cred where they trust your decision making, so that now it's a way of being able to give other people a shot so that they can, you know, get to the next level of where they want to be. So I saw all that and I was just like, okay, this is what I want to do from now on. And that's what I've been doing.
Nice. You know, I often get creators who are new in the game or have a smaller footprint they'll ask me, how do you know all these people and how do you meet all these people? And, I explained to them that, in this barbecue content, whatever, I don't even know what we call this thing, but we're a big family. But I tell them that you have to get in these spaces, events, things like that, and you have to take up space.
Mm-hmm.
But with barbecue being such a male-dominated thing, how do you take up space and set your own footing in this thing?
I think you just have to be authentic and then loud in a literal, maybe not so much in a literal sense helps, but literal, in a sense that your food is speaking for you, right? It's speaking loud and it's proud. As you meet people, you're gonna, if you're making an impression, you will meet people. Are you making the right impression when you meet these people? Are you saying something that's worth listening to? You know what I mean? Are you creating content that is, honest and true and knowledgeable, right? I think to be loud is to be loud in so many ways. And you have to just start, being loud in those spaces, in those arenas. Yeah. And like I said, well, whether that's in a literal sense, like listen to me kind of thing, which I think can work, especially if you have the personality to carry it. But then also in those other ways, I feel like for me, my food will enter in rooms before I even step in a room. And so, I always, this is another reason why I'm so anal, but I'm always like, I want it to be the best that it can be. And then in the moments when it's not, to be honest about that, right? Like I tell people all the time, I love, fucking up and making an error, right? Because now I'm one step closer to being, where I want to be. And I think there's just such power in making those errors. And we all know that barbecue is nothing but a series of errors until we get it right.
Oh, it'll level set your ass real quick.
So yeah, I think Erica and I, we are a very similar, but so different in many ways. And I think that it is effective. I learned so much from her and how she's just like balls to the wall. She don't care. Like, she's going to have her voice heard. And for me, and I'm like, oh, my food is delicious. And that's loud. And I think they're both impactful. I think they both are effective,
Erica, what say you?
Yeah. I think one of the other things is like getting in because, I'm not a chef. I'm a competition barbecue person. So I make 4 meats and I slay, and I think one of the biggest things for me is like, it was very male dominated. And for the longest time, even up until now, I don't see any other Black female pitmasters out there competing. I think I have one friend now who's in California who's doing great. I think she's like, I think her Instagram is like Big Boss Cat or something like that. Her name is Melissa, and she's killing it. And so, I just like, I know for me, it was very easy to be like, oh, I'm going to act hard and, I'm going to be just as tough as the guys. And that's not who I am. Like, I'm a woman and I am feminine. And so it was like, I had to make sure I didn't fall into the trap of like trying to act like, a dude to prove my worth. I kicked butt as a woman, and I did it not forgetting like who I am and my femininity and my emotions and everything like that. Like I never acted hard. Like I'm a little crazy. Everybody knows that. It's okay. We're from Louisiana. Like I just got it in me. I got it on both sides. So yes, I can go crazy sometimes, but like I always like, I never lose my femininity and I never lose like being true to myself. And I think that was something that was just so weird because a lot of people, they wanted to try me to be like, oh, she thinks that she's a dude or she's trying to act like a dude. And so they would come for me or they would come with stereotypes, and they wanted to prove. And I knew right away by the way somebody approaches me, and I know energies of people, I knew what their agenda was. And I never catered to anyone else's agenda. I stayed true to who I was. Like, you don't let another person make you ugly. You know, like what do they say, Michelle? They're like, never get in a mud wrestling match with a pig because all you do is get dirty and the pig likes it.
Yeah.
And that is how it is. And that's just the lay of the land. And you're going to have lots of egos in competition barbecue. And, you know, Michelle's in the chef world and she goes up against, you know, fine dining people and all that stuff who want to try her. But I've never seen her like lose her SHIT in front of anybody. Like, we'll go somewhere private and we will call you everything but a child of the Most High. But like, you don't let somebody make you ugly because in public, because it will affect your bottom line, because people will only see your ugly face and what you did. So there's something about having restraint, understanding the playing field that you have chosen, the arena you have chosen to enter into to battle, whether it be in the kitchen or whether it be out on the competition circuit, and still navigating being true to who you are and making sure that the best side of you is what's coming out, but still maintaining a position where like people know that you will check them if they come for you, but you're going to do it in the right way. You're going to do it in an intelligent way. You're not going to go psycho and, you know, go nuts and then you become the news. So I think that was like something that always really resonated with me, was just never forgetting like who I am as a person, how I behave, and what I'm actually here to do. Like, I'm not here to fight with team 32A in the corner just because, you know, they talked sideways to me. That's not why I packed up my trailer and came here. I came here to win this trophy and get these checks. And so you just always have to remember that, because you're fighting multiple battles when you're in any career in order to make it to where you see as your promised land.
Yeah. Hey, Erica said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. You know?
In a nutshell, that's exactly what she
Pretty
said.
much.
Michelle waiting out by the curb. Don't mess with me. She's in camo.
With that being said, this is a question for both of you ladies. Do you think that the barbecue industry is making space for more diverse and women leaders?
We family now, Michelle. Be honest. I see that laugh. Come on with it.
I think that there is a lot more opportunity for the space to be held for women, like, you know what I mean? And not in necessarily a separate category as we divide men and women's sports. But I think that although we occupy some space, I think that space could be wider. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, man. Like, I think that, you know, but it's incumbent upon us as women, whether we're first, second, third, 10th, you know, generation of women who do this on us, but it's our obligation to be like what we just discussed. It's our obligation to be as loud as we can to say, hey, we are in this space along with you. We are making strides to keep this genre of food right, interesting, you know, with integrity. And then we're also creating new things, right? You know, as this craft barbecue continues to evolve and it's being defined, that we are also setting those defining limitations or defining moments within this space. So,
and then you also have to look at it. I mean, I don't know. I assume yes for the culinary world too, but for the competition world, there's a barrier to entry, which is you have to have time and money to enter a barbecue competition, because you have to travel to these places. You have to, and then travel back from these places. You have to be able to hunker down somewhere for maybe up to 3 or 4 days to compete. You have to have all the equipment. You have to have a trailer. You have to have the coolers that are actually going to keep your meat. You have to buy the meat. And, you know, everything is really expensive right now. So there is a huge barrier to entry about time and money. And I think that that's something that's limiting a lot of people, because they're just like, I'm not going to spend $2,000 to enter a barbecue competition and I don't know what's going to happen. And then that money is gone. So there is this level of just like, a lot of people will never even try it because this, like, I wouldn't throw my money at this right now. Maybe when I retire, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it while I'm raising a family and I'm working, I'm trying to buy a house and I got bills coming out. So I think I felt, for me, I felt like that was why a lot of people wouldn't do it. And the thing is like, you can join in other ways. You can join a team, or you can go take a class, become a judge, and then come out and judge a barbecue competition. And you can still get involved until you either decide that you don't want to cook, and maybe you don't even like the whole scene at all, but you can like kind of date it and check it out instead of just telling yourself no. And I think there's a lot of misinformation where people don't realize all the people that are needed in competition barbecue, that you just don't have to be, the chef of the team, and you can still get full enjoyment out of it and learn the ropes and everything like that. So I just wish more people knew that, so that they would try and at least just come out, even if it was as a volunteer.
Yeah.
That's some really good advice. I never thought about that. Now you got me wondering. A follow-up to that. So what would you say to younger Black women who are looking to enter the barbecue space and they may not feel that they see themselves represented there?
Erica?
Michelle, I just talked.
Definitely say if they're interested in getting into the space, and I would say this for any field, barbecue, or not, but surround yourself, put yourself in the position to learn. Whether that's go work in a barbecue restaurant, or like Erica just said, maybe you volunteer on a team. Some of my best training and learning has come just because I gave time, right? It wasn't because I wasn't making money. I wasn't, there was no real, what am I trying to say? There was no real kind of incentive, right? Other than just sheer knowledge. And we have, especially if you're new to the space, you have to be an open book. You have to be an open book, and you have to not be afraid to ask the questions, whether can't be afraid to look foolish or stupid or asking dumb questions. I've asked every question under the sun to Erica, to the Gatlin family. When I first kind of dug my heels into this, I asked, to all the barbecue pitmasters in the Houston area. I'm not afraid to ask the question. I'm not afraid to work for free. I'm not afraid to just put in time. And you have to just put in that time. And it doesn't happen overnight. It really honestly doesn't happen overnight. And so I would tell young Black women who want to be in this space that, take it seriously, apply yourself, listen more than you speak, and always have a piece of paper and a pen, a notebook and a pen, because you just never know when you're going to get a piece of information that you need to remember. And, I have a stack of just, moleskin notebooks or random notebooks just full of just information. And, I think that is one of the biggest lessons that one can learn.
And now people have social media. Like me and Michelle came up right on the cusp before social media.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can reach out to a million people now, whereas, we were having to actually go through the white paper.
Yeah. 100%.
Find people hang out at restaurants and just be like, oh, have them notice us that we were there too long. But you have social media now. So you can just sit in your pajamas and message some of the greatest minds in any field that you want to be in. And it's a numbers game, and somebody's going to respond to you. And that's where you're going to start getting your knowledge. So, there's so many ways if you're interested in anything, especially with us, because, we're barbecue, we're up late at night, just doing stuff. You can reach barbecue people, and they're going to talk to you. And when I first came out on the competition circuit, I went to my first competitions by myself. I didn't know a soul. I pulled up at a site and was just like, oh my God, here I am. And people literally came out of the woodworks for me. And we're just like, what the hell are you doing here? But hey, let's help you, because that's what we do in this industry. That's what we do. We don't want you to run off because of something that was preventable. And I really think that it was having just random people come up to me at my first barbecue competition that got me hooked, because I was going to do it all by myself, would come hell or high water. But this old man, he came up to me, and I have a lantern and I'm trimming chicken like in the middle of the night. And he just sits down with me and literally for hours was showing me what you're actually supposed to be doing. And I mean, that just doesn't happen, but it does happen in barbecue because people want to pass on their knowledge. And I think that I still talk to him to this day. He's one of my best friends. But if he hadn't have done that olive branch, I don't know where I would have gone from there after, what I did. So I think that that's something that's really unique to the barbecue community, is that we really do want people to stay and we want people to grow and we want to help.
But I also think, to expand on that, it was because you took the initiative to be in that space. And then, like what you just said, people respond to that. Let me help this girl. She just got herself here. She's out here by herself. She obviously wants to be here. And so it's like, let me give her some direction.
Yeah.
So it's that first step to go even further to what you're just saying.
That's so true. And like, people help. So, closed mouths don't get fed, squeaky wheel gets the oil. That stuff is true. Like, those things aren't around because they don't mean anything.
Yeah, and I do think that people are more inclined to help those that are actually taking action. As opposed to just sitting on your hands, wishing and dreaming. Like, no, man, get out there and burn up some meat. And somebody go see that dirty smoke, and they go come around the corner. Hey, young buck, what you doing here? I think so many people are caught into this instant success. We live in this social media world, and we had. Are y'all familiar with Les Barbecue? He does the oxtails all over the internet. He was on last week, and he told us this hilarious story of his first time trying to light a barbecue pit. It involved gasoline and a whole lot of running.
No.
Well, y'all gotta trust me. Y'all gotta watch that episode.
Not gasoline.
He was a kid.
Yes, he was a kid.
Oh my gosh.
But
does he still have eyebrows? That's all
he does.
I know.
He does. They finally came back. But the old folks, saw the mishap. It was like, hey, no, come over here, man.
Let me show you.
Yeah. And I don't want folks to take it to that extreme, but
don't use gasoline for a barbecue.
No, don't use gasoline. But yeah, you have to get out there and you got to do something.
Yeah.
You got to do something. And when people see that you're serious and they see that you're taking action, people will help. I mean, I've run across maybe one or two jerks in this whole barbecue thing. And I tell folks all the time, because people say, oh man, I saw you. I'm like, man, they cool as hell. These people would be more than willing to help you. But, but it's a two-way thing. You can't just sit there and do this and all the help comes. No, bro, you got to get out there. You got to
work for it.
You got to work for it.
Yeah.
And, it'll come. It'll come.
And there's always going to be people that want to take shortcuts and think like, oh, insta success, pour water and stir. And, those people, they fizzle out because they don't have the determination or the passion actually for what it is they're saying out of their mouth they want to do. So you can watch people by the amount of work they put into something, whether they're going to have staying power or if they're just going to be a flash in the pan. And they're going to be on to their next adventure. Maybe they were interested in barbecue, but then they realized it wasn't for them. So you never hear from them again. But you just, you've got to at least have an open mind and try once, and see if it's the right fit for you or if it leads you to somewhere else.
That's right.
That you're going to actually shine at.
Hey, I tell young people all the time, success takes the stairs. There is no elevator. There's no express train. No. Success takes the stairs, and you got to climb each and every one of them. And there's no other way. Anybody tells you any different, they're lying to you, and they don't mean you any well. Like There's no way around it. No way
and you
around
have
it.
to network. Like, you can't just cook. Okay. You have to network. You have to talk to everybody. Everybody has some kind of knowledge or nugget or life experience that can help shape you, warn you, or send you into the direction you need to be. So, I see a lot of people in the barbecue competitions that maybe they're new, I'm not sure, maybe they're nervous, but like they are so closed off, they're not talking to anybody, they pack up in the middle of the night, they turn in their box, they're done, they're gone. And I was like, what a missed opportunity, because like I don't go to the parties or anything like that. Like Michelle knows my bedtime's like 7:30, but while I am awake, I am talking to everybody, even if it's just, checking in on people or introducing myself, because I really do want to get to know everybody and know why they're there. And it's just like, you have to talk to everybody, even if you don't feel like it, just go talk to everybody.
Solid advice. Solid advice. Well, ladies, we are up against the clock here, and we don't want to take up y'all's whole evening. But we got to make sure we do this again sooner than later. It's been far too long.
Absolutely.
It's been far too long. And Erica, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Blue Smoke Blaire, and hopefully you guys will all be able to come out to my new ranch once I have it, and we'll be able to have a real barbecue family reunion. So there we go.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there.
Well, my room's down the hall, so I'll be there.
Michelle's moving in. She doesn't know it yet. She's going to drive up through the gate. There's going to be spike strips. I'm like, you ain't never leaving.
Michelle, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Between the Slices. I'm also at Rice Village Farmers Market every first and third Sundays, sometime Heights Mercantile, and I'm working on a new pop-up with my boo, and we are doing live fire grilled oysters. And so some call it barbecue oysters, some just call it grilled oysters, however you see it. But it is a great time. We're there every first, second, and third Fridays at Tipsy Sloth, grilling up some oysters. So if you like, oysters, cocktails, come through, check us out. We are very different from what you typically see at a grilled oyster kind of pop-up. We're just doing something fresh and new and delicious. So
you're not doing all the fraud and all that other stuff like the other oyster pop-ups?
No, we specialize in doing like these compound butters.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get like that garlic butter parm, but you also are gonna get like a blue cheese butter with guanciale and basil oil, or you're gonna get like a tomato-y saffron with andouille. You're gonna get, those are just some quick nuggets. But yeah, it is just taking we're just kind of launching it. It's kind of new, so. Yeah, you'll see more coming.
Here's my buddy.
Friend.
Here's my buddy.
We bringing all of our dogs here.
Yeah.
Rico, come here.
He's like, in conclusion.
Bubba. Oh, you can't see him. Let me see if I can get him.
There he goes.
Yes. Hi, man.
What's up, big guy? I can't put mine up here on my lap. He weighs almost as much as I do. T, tell the folks where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, you can catch me at TWBBQ on all the socials, TW-BBQ on YouTube. And if you're into poetry, you can catch me at the Brown Sugar Cafe. And make sure you grab a copy of my latest book, Paint is Not Our Only Paintbrush. And that is available at the brownsugarcafe.blog/hope.
It's a great book. Y'all gotta cop that. Y'all gotta cop that. It breaks my hard shell. That's a good book.
Man, I appreciate it.
I love it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And you can find me everywhere, y'all, except for that pit of hell known as Twitter or X, whatever that is. I don't do that, but...
Me neither.
Twitter.
No. Everywhere else, y'all, look for BKC Cooks. You will find me and this luxurious mane. I just got my lid did today, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all see it glistening.
You letting that soul glow, I see.
Hey, I told you, this thing kind of long, man. Y'all don't play with it. Don't y'all play with it. Oh, also, y'all can find me. I always forget, and I don't know why, but y'all can find me on the Backyard Bosses YouTube channel, or I'm sorry, the Pit Boss Grills YouTube channel, and I'm one of the Backyard Bosses, along with the illustrious Erica Blaire. Y'all get over to the Pit Boss channel, find both of us over there. She get a lot more fancy features than I do, but I'm working on it, sis. I'm trying to get there. I
told you gotta show a little skin. Give us some of that.
I told you I'm gonna get that tallow. I'm gonna grease up. Y'all just watch. I'm gonna tell a real quick story before we get off here. So I don't know if it comes across y'all's feeds because of the way the algorithm works, but we have a running joke because there are many ladies who cook on Instagram, but they cook in like really revealing outfits, and they just give these looks to the camera, and they have like one boob hanging out and stuff, and like they be making like ketchup sandwiches. They get like 5 million views. And so I'm like, enough's enough. I'm going to get my button down, and I'm going to have like 4 buttons open. I'm going to grease up. I'm going to have my hair dripping, and I'm just going to stare these green ass eyes.
Don't forget to lick your
camera.
lips.
Right.
You got to lick your lips.
I'm going to rub my hands, I'm going to see if it works, man, because, I got nothing to lose.
Nothing. And all you have to do is actually open up a bag of ramen, throw some leftover brisket, and you good.
Yeah, because trust me, I'd be doing more than they doing. I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe right here to the Black Smoke Barbecue YouTube channel and get on over there to Patreon, y'all. Get yourself a membership. Get all the exclusive, including Black Smoke After Dark. And we, like I said, we get a little ignorant over there, but it's not.
I'm definitely checking out Black Smoke After Dark.
It's not family fun, but it's a good time.
Right.
It's a good time. Well, y'all, we want to thank our guests, our sisters, Erica Blaire and Chef Michelle Wallace, for hanging out with us today, y'all. We had such an amazing time, and
such
we thank y'all again. And listen, y'all, this is Black Smoke Barbecue, and we're out.
Peace.
So